Hey everyone, I wanted to make a short video explaining how we can get the same aiming sensitivity for close range sights, such as reflex sights, and for two medium range scopes, the Leopold Mark IV hammer and the Zenit Bellomo PSO1. Currently, Escape from Tarkov only gives you two configurable sensitivity options, which are mouse sensitivity and mouse sensitivity aiming, where mouse sensitivity is related to your hipfire and mouse sensitivity aiming is related to your sensitivity when you aim down sights, either with iron sights, collimators, or scopes. So this does not give us a lot of control over our sensitivity, especially when sensitivity is affected by the in-game FOV, the gear that you're wearing, and the sight that you're using. So it would make sense to make the most use out of the mouse sensitivity aiming option by applying minor tweaks to our game settings so that the aiming sensitivity for close range sights and the Leopold Mark IV hammer, as well as the Zenit Bellomo PSO1, are the same. This gives us the confidence and freedom to engage in close to medium range engagements with the same mouse aiming sensitivity when using these settings and scopes. Just a disclaimer, the website that I'll be using to demonstrate how I got to my conclusion is mousesensitivity.com, as people over there have already done all the scope calculations and figured most of the things out for us. However, this video is not sponsored by mousesensitivity.com. I'm using it since it works for me and already have my settings saved on it. Feel free to try out these tips on any platform that you know of. I will also leave links in the description post below to forum posts to help me get my findings. I will start off with the tips and then explain how I got to them. Basically, at 68 in-game FOV, your mouse aiming sensitivity is the same for reflex and holographic sights, as well as the Leopold Mark IV hammer sight. And at 55 FOV, your mouse aiming sensitivity is the same for reflex and holographic sights, as well as the Zenit Bellomo PSO1. So I got to these findings by doing the following steps. First, I selected the sensitivity of an FPS game that I'm comfortable playing. In my case, I used CSGO and inputted my in-game sensitivity and DPI. For the conversion methods, I used the 360 distance to calculate my hipfire sensitivity in Escape from Tarkov. This means the distance it takes me to do a 360 in CSGO is the same for my hipfire sensitivity in Escape from Tarkov. I then used monitor distance vertical with a 0% coefficient and 100% scale to calculate my ADS and scope sensitivity. Long story short, these settings are the most consistent and help build muscle memory quicker, but they are also crucial for our settings to work, as it's only when MDV is set to 0% coefficient and 100% scale for both scope and ADS that our mouse aiming sensitivities match for close range sights and the hammer at 68 FOV, and for close range sights and the PSO1 at 55 FOV. So the takeaway from this video is that if you play on an FOV that is relatively close to 68, I would recommend trying out the 68 FOV, along with running your guns with a mix of close range sights and using the Leopold Mark IV hammer as your designated long range scope, and see how that feels for you. And if you play on a FOV that is close to 55, maybe try it out and run your guns with close range sights and the PSO1 as your designated medium range scope and see how that goes for you. Cheers guys.